High-octane footage of Dubai police supercars with sirens blaring, cutting to a shot of a luxury hotel lobby being cordoned off. A red breaking news banner flashes across the screen. The glamorous facade of Meghan Markle's international lifestyle has just come crashing down in the most public and terrifying way possible. We are receiving reports of a high-stakes tactical operation in the heart of the United Arab Emirates that has left the global elite in absolute shock. Forget the tabloid rumors and the Sussex PR machine. This is real, this is happening, and the footage is chilling. Dubai police have reportedly stormed Meghan's luxury hotel suite in a coordinated raid that has sent shockwaves from the Middle East all the way back to Montecito. But why now? The answer lies in a digital trail that leads straight back to LAX. Forensic accountants and international investigators have reportedly traced a staggering $12 million in unexplained funds moving through Los Angeles International Airport, money that sources claim is linked directly to Meghan's private accounts. This isn't just about a suspicious transaction. This is about a massive financial web that has finally tangled its architect. As Meghan was reportedly confronted by authorities in her suite, the most devastating blow was delivered. The extradition papers have officially been signed. For the first time, the royal immunity Harry has fought so hard for has proven useless against the strict financial laws of the UAE. The walls are closing in, and the $12 million question is, where did that money come from, and who is it meant for? Tonight, we are breaking down the exclusive details of the raid that changed everything. We'll look at the money trail discovered at LAX, the secret documents seized by Dubai authorities, and the terrifying reality of what happens when a duchess finds herself on the wrong side of an extradition treaty. Dil tam kar baithai, hold your breath, because the perfect escape plan just hit a dead end. The story of the $12 million LAX money trace doesn't begin in Dubai. It begins in a sterile, high-security office at Los Angeles International Airport. According to explosive leaks from international financial monitors, a series of anomalous cash movements were flagged by U.S. Customs and Border Protection late last year. These weren't just standard wire transfers. These were reportedly large-scale, undeclared assets linked to shell companies that forensic investigators have now traced directly back to the Sussex's inner circle. The money, a staggering $12 million, was allegedly being funneled through gray market channels to avoid the standard scrutiny of the U.S. banking system. But when the digital breadcrumbs led to a high-end financial hub in Dubai, the situation escalated from a dispute to a full-blown international criminal probe. While the world was busy watching the Sussex's latest PR moves in California, Meghan Markle was reportedly halfway across the world, staying at one of Dubai's most exclusive 7-star hotels. Insiders suggest she was there for private business meetings to secure funding for her latest lifestyle ventures. However, she was unaware that the Dubai police, a force known for their world-class surveillance and rapid tactical response, were already monitoring her every move. The money trace from LAX had been shared via Interpol, and the UAE authorities were not taking any chances. At approximately 2 a.m. local time, the storm began. Witnesses describe a scene straight out of a Hollywood thriller. A fleet of high-performance Dubai police vehicles quietly cordoned off the entrance to the luxury hotel. Tactical units, moving with surgical precision, reportedly bypassed the standard lobby check-ins and headed straight for the penthouse level. This wasn't a wellness check or a security briefing. This was a coordinated strike aimed at seizing documents and electronic devices before they could be wiped. Sources claim that when the police entered the suite, the shock was total. Meghan, who has spent years being protected by a private security detail that costs millions, found herself in a room where her royal status held no weight. In the eyes of the Dubai authorities, she wasn't a duchess. She was a person of interest in a multi-million-dollar financial investigation. The raid reportedly uncovered more than just luggage. Investigators are said to have seized several encrypted laptops and a series of non-disclosure agreements that point to a much larger web of international investors. The $12 million flagged at LAX is believed to be just the tip of the iceberg. The theory being floated by experts is that this money was intended to bypass Megxit tax obligations in the UK and the US, creating a secret war chest for the couple's future operations. For Prince Harry, who was reportedly not present in Dubai during the raid, the news was a devastating blow. Reports suggest he was reached by phone and was incoherent with shock, realizing that his wife was now caught in a legal jurisdictional nightmare that even the best lawyers in London couldn't fix. But the real smoking gun in this part 1 is the extradition papers. In a move that has stunned legal scholars, the UAE authorities reportedly had the papers signed and ready before the raid even began. This suggests that the evidence gathered by the LAX task force was so ironclad that a judge had already authorized her removal to face questioning on American soil. This is the ultimate humiliation for a woman who has built a brand on being untouchable. The Dubai lockdown isn't just about a hotel room. It's about the fact that there is no corner of the globe left where the Sussex brand can hide from the cold, hard reality of international law. As the police began their search, the hotel's ultra-rich guests were told to remain in their rooms. The silence of the Dubai night was broken only by the sound of forensic teams cataloging evidence. Every ledger, every bank token, and every private contract found in that suite is now being analyzed by the world's top digital detectives. The $12 million trace has opened a Pandora's box that may lead back to the very foundation of Archwell. And as the sun began to rise over the Arabian Gulf, the world was left with one chilling realization. The Duchess wasn't just on holiday, she was on the run from a paper trail that had finally caught up. As the sun began to rise over the Burj Khalifa, the world was waking up to a reality that seemed like a fever dream. The Duchess of Sussex was reportedly being held for questioning in one of the most secure cities on Earth. But the real story behind this $12 million trace doesn't just involve bank accounts. It involves a betrayal from within. According to high-level sources in the U.S. Treasury, the investigation was triggered by a high-ranking whistleblower inside a major California-based private bank. This individual reportedly provided authorities with a digital map of how $12 million was being moved through LAX using diplomatic pouches and unregistered assets that Harry and Meghan allegedly believed were exempt from standard customs searches. The LAX connection is what makes this case so dangerous for Meghan. Under international maritime and aviation law, moving large sums of undeclared cash or assets across borders is a federal offense that carries heavy prison time. The whistleblower's evidence reportedly suggests that the $12 million was part of a larger, undisclosed foundation-to-personal transfer designed to shield the money from the ongoing restructuring of Archwell Philanthropies. For an American audience, the idea of royal privilege being used to bypass the same laws every other citizen must follow is the ultimate catalyst for public outrage. This isn't just about a misunderstanding, it's about an alleged high-stakes financial shell game that finally ran out of time. Back in the hotel suite, the atmosphere was reportedly thick with tension. Sources claim that when the Dubai police tactical team began their interrogation, they didn't lead with questions about the money, they led with the extradition papers. In the UAE, the signing of these papers is a final act. It means the authorities are no longer asking, they are preparing for transport. Meghan was reportedly told that she was being detained under international warrant, and her phone was immediately seized. The dramatic details of this interrogation suggest that Meghan attempted to contact the British consulate, only to be reminded that she and Harry had stepped back from the very institution that could have once offered her protection. This is the irony that is currently trending across the USA. The freedom they fought for in 2020 has become the very lack of protection that is leaving them exposed in 2026. But where was Harry during all this? Reports suggest the Duke was in a state of uncontrollable panic back in California. Witnesses say Harry was seen making frantic, late-night calls from the Montecito estate, reportedly trying to reach high-level contacts in the UAE and the UK Home Office. His plea was simple: stop the extradition. But the response he received was a cold reality check. Because the $12 million trace involved U.S. soil, LAX, and international banking laws, the case was now a global matter. Not even King Charles, who is currently dealing with his own health and constitutional challenges in London, could intervene in a criminal financial probe involving the UAE and the United States. The interrogation reportedly lasted for 6 hours. During that time, investigators allegedly confronted Meghan with receipts, physical documents that were supposedly found in a hidden compartment of her luggage. These documents are said to be the missing link between the LAX cash trace and a series of real estate investments in the Middle East that were never disclosed to the IRS. For the American public, this is the smoking gun. If Meghan was using undeclared funds to build a private empire outside of the U.S., the legal consequences are catastrophic. As the interrogation concluded, the exit plan was put into motion. The signed extradition papers were not just a threat, they were a roadmap. In the eyes of the Dubai authorities, the Duchess had become a liability to the financial integrity of the state. The decision to move her was reportedly finalized at the highest levels of the Dubai government. This wasn't just a police raid, it was a deportation of status. The woman who once walked the halls of Windsor Castle was now being prepared for a high-security flight back to the United States, not as a guest of honor, but as a person under federal escort. The final flight, from Dubai to Los Angeles, was not the private, luxury journey the Duchess of Sussex is accustomed to. According to aviation insiders, Meghan was transported under what is known as a federal escort protocol. There were no cameras, no designer outfits, and no royal treatment. Instead, the woman who once occupied the top tier of the British monarchy sat in a secured section of a government-chartered aircraft, flanked by officials who were more interested in her financial disclosures than her lifestyle brand. The extradition wasn't just a legal move, it was a physical demonstration that the Sussex bubble has finally burst. As the plane touched down at a private terminal at LAX, the very airport where the $12 million money trace first began, the reality of the situation hit the American public. This wasn't just royal drama anymore, this was a federal case. While Meghan was reportedly whisked away to a secure location for further processing, the attention of the world shifted back to Montecito. The $14 million mansion, once a symbol of their freedom, is now being described by real estate experts as a golden cage that the couple can no longer afford to maintain. With legal fees for international extradition cases reaching into the millions and the $12 million in flagged funds frozen by the authorities, the Sussexes are facing a financial day of reckoning. The impact on the Sussex brand in the USA has been catastrophic. For years, Meghan has banked on her image as a visionary leader and a victim of the system. But the Dubai police raid and the LAX money trace have introduced a new narrative, that of financial accountability. U.S. media outlets, which were once hesitant to criticize the couple, are now diving deep into the Archwell ledgers. The Dubai lockdown has effectively canceled their ability to solicit high-level investments. No major Silicon Valley CEO or Hollywood studio head wants to be linked to a brand that is currently under an international money laundering probe. The dream of Montecito is being replaced by the reality of federal oversight. But perhaps the most heartbreaking part of this Part 3 is the Harry factor. Reports suggest that as Meghan was being processed in Los Angeles, Prince Harry was advised by his own legal counsel to maintain distance. The man who once said he would always protect his wife is now being told that to save his own standing and his children's future, he must remain separate from the financial investigation. The Meghan and Harry brand is officially fractured. For the first time since 2018, there is no us. There is only a duke trying to save his heritage and a duchess trying to save her freedom. As we look toward the future, the endgame is clear. The extradition papers have set a precedent that not even a title can override. Whether Meghan is eventually cleared of the charges or not, the royal aura is gone. She is now a woman who has been stormed by police, traced by customs, and escorted by federal marshals. In the world of high-stakes PR, there is no coming back from those headlines. The Montecito mansion will likely hit the market by the end of 2026, marking the end of a Sussex's American experiment. The story of the $12 million LAX trace is more than a financial scandal. It's the final chapter of a fairy tale that took a dark turn into the world of international crime. As the cameras stop flashing and the legal teams take over, the world is left with a sobering thought. In the end, it wasn't the British press or the royal family that brought down Meghan Markle. It was a $12 million paper trail that she thought no one would ever find. This is no longer a story about titles or palace protocol. This is about a $12 million trail that has led straight to a federal interrogation. The Dubai storm has changed the game forever, and the image of the Duchess being escorted by federal marshals is one the world will never forget. But as the dust settles at LAX, the real question remains, did Meghan act alone, or was Harry the silent partner in this financial web? And more importantly, can the Sussex brand ever survive a blow this devastating? We want to hear your theories. Is this the definitive end of the Montecito era, or do you think there's one more twist left in this international saga? Drop your comments below right now. The debate is exploding, and we're jumping into the comments to see who predicted this first. If you believe that no one, not even a duchess, should be above the law, hit that like button and share this video. Every like helps us bypass the PR filters and bring these breaking stories to a global audience. And if you haven't joined our community yet, hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications. We're currently in contact with our sources at LAX and in Dubai, and the moment the next set of documents is declassified or the first court date is set, you will hear it here first. The walls have officially closed in, and the $12 million secret is out. Don't miss our next deep dive, where we reveal the hidden whistleblower who started it all. Thank you for watching, for staying informed, and for being part of the hunt for the truth. We'll see you in the next high-stakes update.